What was I talking about, Pat? I was talking about
baby swag.
Baby swag. Thank you. I was nannies, and I watch too many murder shows. Nannies do a lot of killing, by the way. I will take. Yes, I love Pat. I found a bet. We'll save it for the best part at the end, sir. I got a lot of things going on.
Bring it up right now. I want to turn this into fire and
sorry, Noonan. This is what I do.
No, we're good.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I can't concentrate. I have ADD, and I'm over 50.
Mayo experience.
Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Mayo experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog Open Championship. Best bets. We're going top 30s to make the cut. First round leaders, plus some outrights, and all of the nationality props. We'll talk them all through, come up with our best at the end. So if you just hit the time codes, skip to the end, you can get the bets right then. But hey, where's the fun in that? Here's some fun. Smash the like, sub to the channels, and turn on that notification bell in the comment section. Give me your single favorite bet for the Open Championship in any market. You do that, and you're in a draw for a free PXG driver, which I'll be giving away on next Monday's show as I recap the Open Championship. The betting show is already out. The research show is already out. We're moving forward with everything. Ryan Noonan, Cam Stewart on the line with me. Cam, any chance you're going to be up at like 4 a.m. on Thursday? Because I'm thinking about doing a very early watch-along in the morning.
Depends on my condition, but yes, usually when I finish my night show, I can't lie to you, Pat. I get into Australian horse racing, sometimes dip into the vino. But yeah, if I'm around and like I can talk, sure, we'll talk. It's my favorite tournament because you either pull an all-nighter or go to bed, wake up, and get it done after a power nap. But love the Open Championship. Can't wait this week. One of my favorites because this thing's on all day. You turn on the TV, it's on, and I like tournaments that end earlier. But you're right, Pat. When I finish my night show, what's the point of going to bed? I might as well just give her all night long.
Well, Noonan, how about you from BetSpertsGolf.com? Are you going to be up that early? I know you're on Central Time. I have a bit of an advantage because I'm ahead of you in time. Not quite on British time, but better than Eastern and Central Time.
Yeah, you have a pretty huge advantage. But I am going to try. I've done it historically. I don't know about Thursday as much, but Cam's right. I mean, they don't send anyone off of 10. No split tees here. Everyone rolls off of 1. So it is a great, like, all day, get in some, hopefully you got in like late afternoon parent, dad, wife responsibilities that you needed this weekend. Cause it could be a pretty long day in front of the television this week. So yeah, I could turn my arm into a make the cut show or something for sure. If need be, if you need a guest, we can make it happen.
Yeah. I think Alex Blickel from FTN has already agreed to join me. So at least one other person will be watching a stream at like 5 a.m.
5 a.m. you're on the air Eastern? Is that what you're doing?
It'll probably be like 4 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m.
How long is the show?
I don't know. If I wake up, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing I'm waking up.
Yeah, that's if I wake up. Yeah, it's always Pat. I worry about waking up on the best of days, let alone during the Open Championship. But yeah, I guess working nights has its advantages. You could either make the commitment to being there all night, or you have a power nap and you're right back at it. I don't know what to do, but all I know is one thing. I'm getting sick and tired of Sundays at golf. Where did this Meow Mix guy come from? William Meow Mix? This guy shoots a 61. I got Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's gagging. Like, I can't hit like all these guys losing in playoffs, whatever. I've had enough of this stuff. We need a winner this week. No more seconds and thirds and Meow Mix.
I like that you've been started your football content now that you're on to Ryan Fitzpatrick winning the Scottish Open.
Yeah, horrible pick. He was there. Was he not there?
I would say Matt Fitzpatrick was there.
Oh, sorry. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Oh, geez. Is it 4 a.m. in Ireland yet? Oh, my God. Sorry, Pat. I'm sleeping at the wheel. I just finished another show. But anyway, I had Matt Fitzpatrick. Sorry, I was going to say Ryan Fitzpatrick. Jeez, should be a fun week.
Noonan, let's go to you first. What do you have bets in on so far? Before we do the best bets and go through everything, I want to know where your mind is at right now. Are you one of the people that wait until we get the weather report? Because I just refreshed the weather report and it is completely different than it was about 10 hours ago.
That's the challenge with this one, because I typically am a Monday morning outright better, because I feel like we can get some of those softer numbers. Like you, Pat, I know most of your audience, a lot of my handicapping and research, modeling, all that's pretty much done by the time that we turn the table, especially, PGA Tour events. For the most part, we are familiar with these courses. I'm waiting a little bit. I did fire a couple over the weekend. I made one more bet today. I don't know how long I'm going to wait. We saw it over the weekend. Like felt like we were again within like a window of like 6 hours. Felt probably pretty good about the weather report in Scotland, and it flipped. So like I feel like we could sit here even on Wednesday night and think that we have a pretty good sense of the weather report and be on the wrong side of it. So I'm trying to kind of monitor some numbers that I like. I made a couple in on. It's pretty easy to turn my arm and get me to bet on Russell Henley on a place that I think accuracy off the tee is going to matter. I made that bet over the weekend on Friday because I thought like the 66s that are out there were probably not going to get necessarily a lot longer, even though he wasn't playing in Scotland. So like Henley, bet him to win. Sepp Straka as well. I didn't get like the number. I know there's some like triple digit Sepp stuff out there. I took his 65 over the weekend as he started to make a run in Scotland as well. Again, just been elite iron wise, going to keep the ball in play, kind of has the whole thing. Showing up a little bit in an open championship or, better competition again with the win of the Truest. And then I bet Hideki today.
Oh, me too.
Okay, here we go. Triple digits on Hideki?
I didn't get triple digits. I got 85 to 1 on Hideki, and I thought that was looking pretty good.
It's insane. There's a book that had 80 in the without Scotty and Rory market. I mean, look, Hideki is, we know what he can do. He can pop anywhere, right? Like, and he's won in places where, I mean, even thinking of like Southwind, kind of tight fairways, smaller greens. You're going to have to scramble a little bit. And a place maybe where he's clubbing down a little bit more off the tee, because that's been the problem of late. I don't know. I feel like Hideki can pop at any point. The approach numbers have been pretty damn good. So those are my 3 in the bag right now. I'll definitely add to it. I'm just not sure how high I'm going to go up on the board.
Cam, if you missed out on the Sepp Straka, I've been saying it on the show for 4 months now. Go grab the 100. Go grab the 100. It went down to 75 over the weekend. I was like, grab the 75. It's not going to be 75. It's down to 50 or 55 now. If you go to coolbet.com/CA/the PME, you can find that, or /PME, not the PME, PME. You can find that down in the description, just the quick link. I do have a boost back up to 65 on Coolbet right now, if you do want that Sepp Straka number. Does it feel like we get suckered into Sepp Straka at all of these majors, Cam?
It does, but you got a great number on the septic tank. You know what I mean? I saw your newsletter as I was sitting on my septic tank, which is actually a toilet, and it was 100 to 1. So 100 to 1 on Sepp Straka for a guy that had a couple bad holes. And what did he finish last week at the Scottish? 7th? And he also had like major, like he had a double pat. He had a couple real bad holes, and he was still there. Sepp Straka, anything over 60, I think would be reasonable with him. But yeah, you got a great price on Septic Tank. I wish I had 100 to 1.
Yeah, you can sub to that newsletter for free. Get it sent right to you. I'll have another one coming out on Wednesday evening with all of the finalized plays. So where I'm at right now, much like Noonan, I have Henley and I have Straka. I also have Ryan Fox 80 to 1 with the 5 places. And then I added Hideki 80 or 85 to 1 as just pure outright bets, Cam. Where are you at so far?
Basically, Pat, I've made a bet on Ty Hatton at 28. I think he's going to be in the mix there. I like him. Ryan Fox I have as well. Disappointing at the Scottish Open. I know he started well, and then he just kind of faded down the stretch. Those are really the only outrights. I'm looking at Matt Fitzpatrick again. He'll drive me nuts. And I don't know how you feel, Pat, but Colin Morikawa has really been letting me down, and now his number's gone up. And I think driving's going to be at a premium this week. And if I can get him like 35 or whatever, I might pull the trigger.
I was going to throw that out to you, Noonan, because I discussed this with Jeff on Monday, and I still have tons of room on the card. A few long shots I did add. Glover and Kirk at 250 to 1, each with 8 places, are the 2 bombs that I'm taking for the money. You need that veteran guile and savvy for the Open Championship. But Morikawa, I'm guessing there'll probably be a 50 to 1 out there by the time we get to Thursday, because no one wants to bet Morikawa. And then I also saw Justin Thomas already, Noonan, at 60 to 1. Can you like strap me down so I don't bet these guys?
I'm in on Justin Thomas. Is very interesting to me for a number of reasons. Morikawa's a little trickier. He feels lost, and he feels maybe in a way that JT was a couple of years ago, where maybe he's in his own head a little bit. I mean, for him to not really perform even in Scotland, caddy jumping, like nothing's been really good right now. So the one thing is this seems like a course that is more in line with his Royal St. George win, maybe like a non-traditional links course in the sense of like, it's going to be more flighted, elevated greens, whereas premium off the tee in terms of accuracy, elite iron play, that lends itself to Morikawa stuff. It just kind of seems like he's not in it right now. 50 becomes a different discussion though, right? Right now we're talking about 30s. And even to Cam's point, that's a little bit unusual. We don't really see him kind of floating in this range. If you're right, and we start to get north of 40, 50, those are completely different discussions. They fit very differently on a card. JT, look, I mean, the approach game's still great. Kind of the Hideki case in a lot of ways, where you start getting him clubbing down off the tee. That's a little bit different because he's spraying it all over the place. We know if the weather gets wonky, the wind gets wonky, we're playing in wet conditions, he's fine there. Scrambling, you have to be creative around the greens. The putter's been pretty solid. So that's a different discussion. And now north of 50, that's one I'm just kind of deciding I'm playing chicken on the board, right? Am I trying to see if we're going to continue to float out because people aren't interested in JT right now, or 50, 55 is going to be the best number because he's very much on the very short list to be added.
Cam, the funny thing is I can't figure out at the top of the board who I actually want to bet. Like for me, it would be Scotty or Rory, but I'm not going to bet those guys. And everyone after them, I just don't like their number.
No, Pat, the one number I don't mind, but it's going to be a popular pick this week is John Rahm.
Everyone's on John Rahm.
I know.
Everyone.
It's a problem. I know. I know. It's driving me nuts too. It's like, why this week? So to your earlier point, you give me 50 at Morikawa, I will bite. I don't care if you strap me down. I'll bite my way out of the ligature that you got, and I'll find my way. I'll cut through the chair with my teeth, Charles Schwartzel style, and I'm betting it. That's a nuts number. Morikawa was 20 or 22 a few weeks ago. So you give me 50, I'm in. I know the guy had a bad second round, but he wasn't too bad in the first round at the Scottish. But Rahm is a guy that I like. Pat, you're right, though. It's just driving me nuts. I like Hatton. He's my favorite outright right now at 28. Can we say that's a good number for a guy that's like played well in the majors, fourth at the U.S. Open and T14 at the Masters with a 75?
He's my favorite guy of that range. Well, of the guys that I would consider to be on that range. I guess my problem with Hatton's number, it's not so much him, because I see him as low as 30 now, which is, not a bad spot to be in. But Xander's like 25. And I get that the course suits Hatton. Hatton's playing a little bit better. It feels like there should be way more than 5 points of difference between those guys, because Hatton, Bobby Mack, Fitzpatrick, and Fleetwood are all just here in like the low 20s and 30s. They shouldn't be there, in my opinion.
You know what? You're onto something. And I'm going to tell you something. I loved what I saw from Schauffele at the end of the Scottish Open. The guy brought his D game and still finished well. Pat, you saw at the end, he started to get his putter rolling. Watch out for Xander Schauffele. He's a defending champion of the Open Championship, getting no respect. Yeah, I'm seeing 27, 28 to 1 on this guy on a couple books. That's a great number for him. He's actually being disrespected. I'd rather have him over like DeChambeau at 24 or Schauffele at 28. Are you kidding me? That's a no-brainer to me. Schauffele all day, and that number's good. If you can get it, I'd take it.
Noonan, are there any styles of players that you're looking for? You've already mentioned the driving. I think we're all kind of hitting on that. But I made the correlation both in my newsletter and on the research show. Just last time we played here in 2019, it was an all-star team of guys that are good at PGA National. It's for content purposes. I do believe that there's something to that, but you could almost say the exact same thing, like when you really squint hard enough. Well, maybe Bay Hill. Maybe it's just Florida golf correlates with this course pretty well.
I think there's a case to be made, right? There's a premium on accuracy off the tee because in Florida, we get a lot of water. So there's a missed fairway penalty because oftentimes you can find yourself in the drink. You don't want to be there. Stroke penalty. So I think there's something to be said for that. There's also some other places I think can do that. I mentioned Southwind, TBC Southwind, where you play the St. Jude, again, narrow fairways, smaller greens, premium on, second shot. You're going to have to scramble because lower than average greens and reg rate. So I think it's the better way to handicap the week, in my opinion, than previous open rota courses, because of the nature of this course. And we don't have a lot of sample, right? We had the largest gap of ever going here in like 1951, and then we didn't come back until 2019. And then the weather was really wonky, right? So what do we make of 4 rounds, in some pretty daunting weather? It's kind of noisy sample of just looking at how, that played, or we didn't have strokes gain data, right? So you can look at the leaderboard like you did and kind of go back and, kind of piece together what you saw there in Florida. So I think there's something to be said for that, but I think that's the smarter way, right? I don't think you really want to look at anything that happens at St. Andrews. Like that was just kind of bomb and gouge and low scores. That's very different than what we saw at maybe a Hoy Lake. So I think people looking at links, which naturally, if you're looking at like PGA Tour data, these guys just don't play link style tracks. Even last week, there's like 3 coastal holes, right? Most of it's like Parkland style. So I think looking at corollary courses like you've done is probably the best way to do it this week versus looking at anything that's happened in previous Open Championship data.
Cam, do you have a specific style? Because I went to Glover and Kirk way down the board. Because I really do believe, which is just the average age of an Open Championship winner tends to be way higher than the other majors.
You're right, Pat. And I think those are great picks because Chris Kirk, all he does is keep it in play and he can get a hot putter. And the same for Lucas Glover. And this is a guy, he can get really streaky. This tournament is going to be very interesting because we're going to have all these outrights. And that's the whole thing. The weatherman here doesn't matter because to your point, even the Scottish Open, they're putting out forecasts and 5 minutes, the weather can change. And the same thing happens in Ireland that it does in Scotland on this course. So you can think one thing and in 5 or 10 minutes, you got a plan. And that plan is absolutely gassed. So know what you have to do? Live betting, what guys can come from behind and all the other things. So we got to keep a few bullets in the gun, Pat, but I do like your picks there. I don't know who else, like guys from the European Tour I'm kind of looking at. Laurie Cantor can't putt. He's an issue with me. I had him the other week before, just certain guys I'm looking at. I don't know about Penge. Can he do it again? That guy looked pretty damn good. He hits it a mile too in Scotland. I know maybe some guys will take a flyer with him, but watch out for maybe Højgaard too. Not our Højgaard and Rasmus, but Nikolai. What a great performance in Scotland. His number's ridiculous.
I like the Danes too. I find it hard to believe that a full-time DP player is going to end up winning this week. But if we're talking, as we're going to get into, the top 20 market, top 30 market, those type of guys, and the Chris Kirks of the world, the Glovers of the world.
Won last week, Pat. I had him 3 weeks in a row. I had Goddard up here, Goddard up and get him down. Close. The guy, Chris Goddard. Has the guy ever played links golf before? I guess it's to your point. Like, was it links golf? These guys are hitting it in the fescue. I find the ball. It was hay. It wasn't as thick as it was before, Mayo. You know that, Pat. It was like, I'm like going, what is the penalty here? Like, those guys caught a lot of breaks. It shouldn't be that easy.
We saw that coming in. That was sort of the capping of the Scottish, that if you miss the fairway, it's not a big deal. Yeah. You can generally play your ball unless you hit it into a bunker. Then you're absolutely screwed.
Then you're screwed, yeah. Good call, Pat.
And here, Noonan, it's kind of the opposite, isn't it? Where if you miss the fairway, there's some thick stuff just off the fairway.
Yeah, what they're telling so far is on the core sheet stuff, it's like 2-inch rough, but that's like really, really, really small. And then you get into the graduated stuff that jumps up pretty quickly, and it's pretty gnarly, right? Because it's like, it's not even grass. It's just this like weeds and fescue, and it could almost be Pinehurst-esque where like you could be really lucky. And then in some spots, just like almost just dead on arrival. You're going to have to just chip out, not necessarily sideways, but it's to get it up and hold the green. These are small greens too, elevated small greens. But what's also very different here in terms of what we typically see on the Rota is these are not like guarded by bunkers and deep pot bunkers. It's just small runoffs. And then you get into like really, really tough chipping stuff where it's really short mode runoffs. And that's hard. That's harder than, when you get these thick aprons around the greens, where we see in the States all the time. So it's going to be tricky. That's why I think playing from the short stuff on the second shot is going to be so important this week. There is a very much a missed fairway penalty if you were playing from the rough off the tee.
I agree. And Cam, a lot of these surfaces, this is what Niall Lyons was telling me, having been at Portrush, that unlike most Open Championship courses, as Noonan mentioned, the elevated greens, you're not going to be playing a lot of bump and runs and keeping the ball on the ground like you would expect at a British Open. You're going to almost, to go back to Florida golf, you're going to have to kind of hit it high and spin it in a lot of spots.
Well, Chris Kirk's great at Florida golf. So was Lucas Glover, Pat. I guess that's why they made your card. Remember when Chris Kirk bounced it off the Honda and beat, who was it? My boy, Cole Kane.
Cole.
Yeah. I got Cole Kane. Like Cole Kane, this guy is driving me nuts. Thank God I don't have to take him this week. I will not at any number. I don't care if you give me 800 to 1. I'm not taking him. But you're right, Pat. I don't know what we do. And it's a great point by Noonan. You guys talk about how important it is. Like the Scottish Open did not penalize bad shots off the tee. So I'm looking at to fade like a guy like Bryson DeChambeau this week because he hits it everywhere. Like that's a guy I don't want. That's a guy I'm going to attack in matchup bets. And I think he can get very frustrated. I don't care if he tries to underclub off the tee. There's still going to be guys who spray it. We need consistent drivers of the golf ball, guys who nut it, keep it in play, and then you're right, and hit elevated wedge shots because, sure, there's going to be some Texas wedges on a couple holes, but you guys are right. It's elevated, and you have to have that regular shot in your bag, too. You got to hit a high wedge.
How do you feel, Cam, about Jordan Spieth probably returning from injury? It looks like that he's going to make his return from that neck pinch that had him out at the Travelers, and welcomed baby number 3 into the world.
I don't know. You guys feel I don't have kids. Maybe one day I'll adopt. I don't know what baby swag is. Jeff talks about it. Like Geoff says it's good. I don't know. I think you might be tired after having a kid. But if you have money, Pat, you can hire a babysitter and or nanny. Hopefully not a good-looking nanny that'll kill your wife or you fall in love with, like happens in every murder mystery. Just a tip. If you're going to hire a nanny, she can't be beautiful. But hire somebody from another country that barely knows things, just how to cook and look after kids. I digress. What was I talking about, Pat? I was talking about
baby swag.
Baby swag. Thank you. I was nannies, and I watch too many murder shows. Nannies do a lot of killing, by the way. I will take. Yes, I love Pat. I found a bet. We'll save it for the best part at the end. Sorry, I got a lot of things going on.
Bring it up right now. I want to turn this into fire and
sorry, Noonan. This is what I do.
No, we're good, bud. We're good.
Hi, I'm Cameron. I can't concentrate. I have ADD, and I'm over 50. I have a matchup bet. And Pat, let me tell you, I wish I had more money, but I got ripped off in a crypto deal. Long story. I'll talk to you about it on an NFL show. Don't have time today because it's very frustrating and very, very unfortunate. But Goddard versus Spieth, it's a pick 'em. I went, what? Goddard just won in Scotland. I don't know if he's going to Goddard and get him down and party, but how do I not take Jordan Spieth in a matchup bet when I think he could finish top 10 or top 20 this week? It's one of my favorite bets out there. I found it on Mr. Green. Jordan Spieth, Goddard pick 'em. 72-hole matchup. A tie is a void bet. It's not even a loss with a tie. Is that not insane?
The Goddard numbers, Noonan, seem crazy to me. But maybe I'm not buying. Maybe there's just a lot of people in New Jersey who bet, and they're like, man, it's our guy, Chris Goddard. Give me a chain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fist
pump.
Yeah,
Fist pumps, Jersey Turnpikes. Yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, the recency bias is very strong. We just watched it. He won. It was a good field, right? It's not like he won in. He won in Myrtle, but it's not like he beat the Myrtle fields. He went out and beat a field, Scotty and Rory, and the leaderboard was solid, right? I think we were all watching like Marco Page, like okay, DP World Tour guy, but like he's gonna fall off. Goddard up. All right, it's a nice story, nice profile. We all loved him coming out of Oklahoma. He hits it a mile. Is he going to hold on for 4 rounds? And he did. So, yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of recency bias is not for me. I'm sure I haven't seen his DK number. I'm not sure what that is because I could see that being astronomical ownership for that game. But, yeah, I mean, not for me this week. Good for him. You got to think like he was emotional after winning, which is you love this guy. Yeah, you love it. I mean, we don't get it enough. But I think getting yourself back up to go get yourself ready to do it again in Portrush is kind of a different beast. So
another thing, Noonan, sorry to interrupt you, but this is, and you guys know, Goddard at the end when he was put on the clock, and before that, he started spraying balls. You're not going to get away with that stuff. As we mentioned a million times, that Scottish Open fescue, heather, thistle, it wasn't thick enough. Like it was not what it needed to be. In a major. And that's the thing. He found ways to pump it up to the green and get up and down. I'll give him a lot of credit for that, but like, that's what they did, Pat. Pat, I got another question for you. What about Jake Afternoon Knapp? He was playing really well in Scotland. He's good in Florida golf. Is he not? Like, he's in the field, correct? Did he make it or not?
He needed to birdie the 72nd hole to get in.
That would have been my flyer, Jake Afternoon Knapp. He played pretty good in Scotland until he gagged on Sunday, and he's good at that golf. Like he's good in Florida golf. He's like kind of one of those guys that can get it around and he can get hot with the putter. We've seen his low rounds this year. Oh, that sucks. Boo.
Yeah, no fun. No Jake Knapp. I don't know if he's going to get over to the Barracuda field or not, but we'll see about that. How about after this, we're going to run through everything, go through the nationality props, maybe some top 10s, top 20s. I've been cooking up it to make the cut parlay as we speak, but you might want to wait more on the weather for that or not, or just, hey, say hell, let's fire. More on that right after this. I was having some problems sleeping. When anyone has little kids, that's probably going to be the case. They'll come up, wake you up in the middle of the night for no real apparent reason. So you're waking up, you're going back to sleep, you're waking up, going back to sleep. It's not the best sleep. I put my Apple Watch on and tried to track my sleep tracker. It was not going well. A lot of that changed once I got a Helix mattress, however, because I was able to customize it to both what I want, what my wife wants, and now we are sleeping throughout the night. The little noises that would just normally wake you up when you're not sleeping well, no longer the case for me. No more back pain either, because I'm actually sleeping on a mattress that is perfect for what my back demands, which is a lot because I have a terrible back. The one that I had before my Helix mattress, I spent a lot of money on it. It was bad after like 2 years. It had like the divot in it from where I sleep. It was unflippable. It was a horrendous waste of money. Not only is the Helix mattress I have now way better, it was also significantly cheaper. And it just showed up to my door in a box. Very easy to get onto my bed frame and just start using right away. So you can have all your problems solved with a Helix mattress as well. So you can go to helixsleep.com/mayo for 27% off site-wide. That is exclusive to listeners of the Pat Mayo Experience. That's helixsleep.com/mayo for 27% off site-wide. Make sure to enter my show name after checkout so they know that I sent you. helixsleep.com/mayo. Feeling stuck in your daily wellness routine? You're not alone. Our friends at Cornbread Hemp, they heard you. Their organic CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress and poor sleep or just needing a moment to unwind. Personally, I started taking them before a round of golf because I've been dealing with this tennis elbow issue. It's starting to go away, but it tightens up on me throughout the course of the round. So just when I pop a Cornbread Hemp CBD gummy, all of a sudden loosen right up, playing a lot better. Highly recommended if your muscles seize up or get tight during a round of golf. CBD might be just what you need to level up your daily routine. Cornbread Hemp uses only the best parts of hemp plant, the flower, for purest and the most potent CBD. No fillers, no junk, just full spectrum goodness. Right now, they're offering 30% off your first order. So go to cornbreadhemp.com/PatMayo and use code PatMayo at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/PatMayo with code PatMayo to get 30% off your first order.
Pat, can you believe that Goddard up bet? It's a pick'em with Spieth.
Listen, it's crazy. It's not crazy. Like, dude just won and beat all the best players in the world. Spieth is coming off. Spieth hasn't played in a month because he's been injured. I'm on Team Spieth on that. I get it.
Yeah. I just think it's a great. I would have laid up 40. I thought the line would be like 35-40 even with Spieth, but you're right.
Noonan, I cooked up a to make the cut parlay on Underdog just to kick this off. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Chris Kirk, Adam Scott, Lucas Glover, and Nick Taylor, all to miss the cut, pays plus 522.
You mean to make the cut?
To make the cut.
Yeah. Because you like Kirk and Glover.
Yeah, I like the Glover call in particular, and fucking Nick Taylor. I never know what to do with Nick Taylor. Right, that dude just never. He doesn't not going to model well ever because he's so inconsistent. But he can just show up and literally win the golf tournament. Right, like he's puts it in play off the tee. Putter gets hot. Yeah.
Isn't that what we're looking for here? And 1,000%. This is the most consistent he's ever been in his career. 4th, 13th, 23rd, 17th. That's a major. Those are 2 elevated events. He just came 23rd again in Scotland. So 5 in a row. Gaining on approach, hitting fairways off the tee, gaining off the tee. Generally very positive around the greens. You know how that putter looks. Like he's 37 years old. He's sort of that right age there. I really think that there's the Open Championship is open to only certain guys to get a major. Like, I don't think that Brian Harman would have had a chance to win any other major except this one. And I kind of feel the same way about Nick Taylor.
Yeah, that's a great point. We've seen the average age experience, but not even like necessarily linked experience, just, to your point, the older age piece. And then I think you have the other guys. You have is like, this is going to be the last one that Scotty wins, or can he go ahead and, close the gap sooner than later? So I would have thought the same thing for like a Morikawa as well. So yeah, Nick Taylor being involved. A couple of people asking me about Nick Taylor today as well. And I'm like, I have to look into Nick Taylor. People are asking, but yeah, the form, as you highlighted, look, Memorial, it's a different track, but you have to put the ball in play off the tee. Truist, unique, but you couldn't be playing from the rough. Like, it was very, very difficult to navigate that place playing from the rough. So, these like weird corollary courses, I think that matter this week is those are places that Nick Taylor played pretty good golf.
Noonan, I got to tell you, top Canadian for Nick Taylor too. Like, who's going to beat him, Pat? Everyone's always Corey Connors, and you know what I mean? And
I'm interested in Connors. I'm surprised we haven't talked about him at all yet. Because the wrist. I mean, but like, what's the number on Taylor? It's probably a pretty good price.
Taylor's, I think, he's the last guy. Is he not? Like, is he behind Pendrith, Pat?
No, he Mac Hughes is in the field. So Taylor's plus 260, Connors is plus 160, and Pendrith is plus 230.
Kind of like Taylor there. His price is fine. It's a good number.
I agree.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
How do you feel about Tom Kim? He's playing a little bit better, and I'm very interested right now. I'm trying
to figure out what I want to do with the outright card. I think I am going to add Nick Taylor. I say he's 140 to 1 or 150 to 1, something like that. So I'll probably end up on Nick Taylor. But Tom Kim and Siwoo are sitting right there. As of Monday, Tom Kim fired Paul Tesori. So he's off the bat. I have no idea who Tom Kim's caddy is going to be. But if you start to dig through his stats, The accuracy is kind of back. The irons have been amazing. Dude just can't putt. The other guy, if you want to do a deep dive on someone's stats and someone who makes sense at all the places that we talked about, be it at PGA National or hell, even Southwind, where I think he's won twice. If you go and take a look at Daniel Berger's player card, it's like you don't know who this player is at this point. He has turned into Luke List, who can't chip somehow.
Yeah. But you like him this week? Is that what you're telling me? You like Berger?
Berger fits. He fits perfectly. He hits every fairway. The irons are still dialed. He can't chip or putt. I don't know what's happened to him.
What's Berger's number must be like 120.
130,
140.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell you though, Pat, Tom Kim, to me, it's kind of one of those things because people have been betting him and they're getting sour. And you know how bettors are. Oh, I can't take this guy again. It's like me and Goddard up. Like I take him and then he wins in Scotland, for God's sakes. That's what makes golf betting so hard. But if you really look at him, he's trending in the right direction, Kim. And I think he's playing a lot better. You're right. If he putts regularly, not just at the bottom end, if he can like literally just hit and he used to be able to putt. We've seen him before. He's getting that form back. I think that number's too good, Pat. I have him for top Korean right now at plus 270. And I think I might take all of Asia as well at 6-1 for Mr. Kim.
I like Hideki too much for that, but I like Kim as well. I guess the issue is in the top Korean market, Noonan, instead of just taking Tom Kim, I really like Siwoo too. I think this is a great Siwoo course.
Great Siwoo course. Another corollary course in a sense, right? Like, what about Harbortown? Keeping the ball in play off the tee, small greens, probably more undulation here, but like, low greens and reg rate. So yeah, Siwoo is definitely interesting. The Berger one's interesting too. He's on my list of like consideration, whether it's going to be a positional bet or something, because you get into the short game stuff and it's a little hard to swallow. But talking about just like low ball flight, right? He can keep the ball if the winds get wonky. He's going to be still playing from the fairway. We know he's an elite iron player. Can, even with like the low ball flight, I'm not super worried about that here because you're still going to get run out, link style run out in the fairways. So that's going to help some of the distance guys or Russell Henley, some of those guys. So Berger's interesting. Yeah. Siwoo 125, triple digits everywhere. These guys are interesting. And this is a spot where we'll always say, hey, major championship golf, I'm swimming at the top of the board. Like elite golfers win these tournaments. Yes. I think we all agree, right? We're coming off of Xander winning last year, but the Brian Harmons of the world can win here, can pop here in a way that they really just aren't going to do that at most of the other spots. You're just not getting that type of guy for the most part at the Masters. So swimming down here, I think it makes a little bit more sense. And you actually have a shot. Now, if you could take each ways, get some positional stuff on that too, you could still cash a really nice number if your guy backs into a sixth place or something like that. So these are some, I'm aligned with you guys on some of these names. So it's good to hear.
Top 5 players, Cam, on approach in Scotland. Xander, Berger, Kim, Hovland.
Wow. Interesting. What do you do with Victor? Victor actually kind of came out and finished. Pat, he had a double bogey on Sunday. I was watching Victor. I did one of those each way bets. Like $12 paid like $4,000 if he finished top 3. He was in 4th. Like for a while, I started going, come on, Victor. And the minute I started to get excited, Pat, the usual, shits the bed, double bogey. Fuck this bet. Like my nasty Nate Lashley shit. It went right down the toilet or the septic tank, whatever the hell you want to call it. But I'll tell you, I think Victor Hovland is very, very dangerous. I think he could be there. I know Geoff had him last week, and I respect his opinion. I don't know how you guys feel, but Hovland, I think, will be there. Definitely for like a top 10, top 20 type of play.
I'm out.
You're out?
Yeah, I'm out on him and Ludwig. I just don't think they can chip.
I'm more out on Aberg than Hovland. Like what I saw from him in Scotland really like he came back and grinded, but just the bogeys. Like it's just, Pat, I don't know what happened to this guy. Like all of a sudden just loose shots, bogeys, then he'll hit an eagle and then come back with more bogeys. You erase the good work that you put in. It's very, very frustrating watching. Yeah, right. Maybe it's a Scandinavian problem, but that's why I'm with Denmark now instead of Sweden and Norway.
What do you make of those two? Because I think they're pretty polarizing this week, Noonan, because I can see both them winning in a weird way, because if they play to their upside, they don't need to chip.
Can Ludwig slow down a little bit?
No.
I know it's like I know we want everyone to play faster, but like can just take another 5 seconds over the ball. Sometimes I feel like he's just no practice swings. He's right into it. And sometimes like, hey, maybe calm down a little bit, give yourself another second to look. I'm with you. I think what's the demand here in terms of navigating around the green, you are going to have to chip off of shave runoffs into elevated greens. all the numbers over a very large sample size show you that is not what Victor Hovland thrives at. Now, again, when he's dialed in, it doesn't matter because he's hitting greens and reg at a almost unsustainable rate to the field. But you're asking him to do that for 4 days is really tricky. So I love him. He's a guy that I love to go to the window on often. This week I'm going to sit out. Just also worried a little bit about the neck. I was surprised to see that he played last week, but I think that there's something there in terms of maybe an injury that maybe gets some attention in the offseason, I've been told. So we'll see what happens. Ludwig is the same. We need to chip. We need a little more consistency. We just really haven't seen it really since the spring for Ludwig to put 4 rounds together, 72 holes, just not having it. So those prices are a little too short for me being, sub 30 basically.
All right, Cam, I got some other nationality bets for you here.
I love it.
I want to get your opinion on some of these guys. All right.
Okay.
Top China for this tournament. You got Hao Tong minus 300, or he wants to talk to Samson Zhang plus 240.
Mr. Zhang. I got to tell you, Pat, I did a parlay because you know me, I just love gambling. And you're actually the difference. Noonan, Pat's like one of these guys who's methodical and smart. Me, I just love action. I watch Australian horse racing at night. Hell, if I had turtles, I'd watch them. Like I just love it. Like 2 guys at the bar fight, whatever. I don't know what it is, Pat. Since I was a child, I used to bet my allowance in double bubble and chocolates on putting contests when we used to sneak down to the course and get chased by Dobermans. I've been doing this stuff my whole life, so I love it. I got a Hoa Tung Lee, Ryan Fox parlay, top nationality, New Zealand, China, minus 104.
Hao Tong worries me.
So you like Zhang more than Hoa Tung Lee?
It's not that I like Zhang more than I like Hao Tong. Clearly I don't. But
Fox is a lock, though, for New Zealand, is he not? Isn't there 2 guys?
I mean, Daniel Hillier is New Zealand, isn't he?
Who is New Zealand? I think there's only 2 guys. I just put it together. It was you're right. It's like the public parlay. You look at the countries and go, can Hoa Tung Lee not get there? But you're right. He can be I've seen this guy. He could be great, and he could be real loose.
Yeah, so someone posted, if Hao Tong posted an 85 day one, would you be super shocked?
No, I wouldn't actually, and go, wow, what a stupid bet. It looked good at the time.
I like Fox over Hillier as well. I think Hillier is a real player, though, is the thing.
He is. Noonan, where are you from in the Midwest, by the way? Sorry, Pat. It's just we should get introduced. We've never met before, and I do shows with other guys. Yeah.
I'm originally a New Englander, but I'm in Chicagoland now.
Oh, you're in Chicago.
Yep.
The Chicago Sky have been covering numbers in the WNBA. They're a shit team, but they've been playing better lately. So that's cool. And the Fire, lots of overs in the MLS. I like Chicago. Are you a Patriots fan?
I am. My oldest is actually.
It's tough. I deal with a lot of guys who from New England area who are Patriots fans, and it's okay. You're a nice guy. It's not the people; it's the team.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm
not necessarily quite as old as you, but I'm older than Pat. So I was around when the Pats sucked. So I was not late to the party. I rolled out some pretty rough years. Pretty much as soon as I moved to Chicago, they decided to start being pretty damn good, which actually made it more fun.
That Seahawks Patriots Super Bowl, I was hosting at a bar, and Pat knows the story. I went fucking nuts. I gave a guy a trip to Hawaii, and I just after that, I was wanted to break things after that. Fucking,
it was rough.
I went fucking nuts. I went from imagine in 5 seconds, Patrick, going from winning $10,000 to your world collapsing. That was it on the tip interception. I went fucking bananas. I still think about it, and I'm old now.
And that's your team too.
It is my team. Fucking losers. I'm still mad about the Jerome Bettis appreciation Super Bowl in Detroit too, with referee Bill Levy. Sorry, I did a bad job, Seattle. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it.
All right. Scandinavia is where you're at, Cam. That's where your mind is locked.
Good area. I bet on Scandinavians all the time.
Can I give you a Scandinavian?
Yes.
Can it be right? Can it be Reiten over Victor?
Yeah. What is that guy's good?
It's actually one of my bets that I have prepared for us today. I'm not familiar with this guy. I don't know if you've seen this guy, Cam. He looks like he should be playing mandolin for Mumford & Sons.
Mandolin at medieval times. Yeah, right. You're right. He's like a throwback playing mandolin.
It's like if I don't know, George Kittle and Chris Martin from Coldplay had a love child.
You're right, a soft Viking. He's soft Viking. Not a guy who rapes and pillages. A guy who's the Viking who's friendly and just wants to have a quick beverage with you. And
casual over the weekend Viking.
But weekend Viking.
Have you seen this? He's 4th in points in the DP World Tour. He's got 6 of his past 8 finishes T13 or better, including last week in Scotland. So a solid field.
He's good.
He won in Belgium back in May. He's got 3 other T4 or better finishes in that little run. Statistically, all over the map in terms of his profile. The putter does a lot of the heavy lifting, but he's kind of spiked in all of the strokes categories in the last couple of months. So like he has some sort of ceiling. Obviously feels it right now. He's kind of in his bag. So again, he gained throughout the bag in Scotland. So T20 with ties plus 650 on FanDuel.
Wow.
T40 like plus 220, plus 225 on Caesars. So we're not asking them to do too much. Just kind of make the cut.
Pat,
And
what's that chocolate bar? Is it ricin or Riton? Like that one that's it's an upscale chocolate in the nice foil. Is it ricin?
Cam, I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
you're not the right guy to talk to about.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, I forgot. You're flossing 4 times a day and hit the gym. You're not pillaging exotic chocolates like our boy, right? A soft Viking. That's such a great call. He is, Pat. He looks like a Viking, but like imagine like a metrosexual Viking. That's right.
You know what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to throw him on our Underdog Super. We're going to do this towards the end too. Code Mayo at Underdog, by the way. Get yourself some bonus cash with your deposit bonus down there, and you can just play it on these to make the cut parlays. Wrighton, we're going to throw on. He's plus money to make the cut, Noonan.
I love it. I mean, T70 and ties here is a little bit different, but that helps in making the cut parlays, right? So we're getting a longer price. Like I said, 2.25, top 40. Rolling out with the putter. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to like here too. If we're talking about recent form, we're not paying the tax on this guy like we're paying on Gotterup. Now Gotterup got over the line in that field, but T13 in that field for this guy, I think that's a pretty nice little pop.
I would tend to agree. And Cam, if you look back at the past 3 winners of the Open, they've come between 10th and 15th at the Scottish Open the past 3 years.
I like what I saw, Pat, and you guys are better, putting the results in the model and looking at course simulations and stuff. But he also passes the eye test. He's just one of those guys that's just like, he's kind of, nobody knows him. He's good. He's solid. He hits putts, and Hovland can go all over the place. Say, like when things go bad, the wheels can fall off. So I think that's an incredible bet for top 20 at 6-1. That's something I can stick my teeth into, Pat. I like that a lot, actually. What is it? I got a question, guys. I know we're going to go through kind of, Pat, that we're doing gold, silver, bronze like we do with football.
At the end.
Okay, sorry. What is the stupidest bet you have right now? Like some absolutely gong show, shit show, like Lee Westwood, top 10, or like just something like stupid. Like what's stupid right now?
I've already told you, Lucas Glover to win this tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. That's pretty stupid. Yeah.
I haven't made the stupid ones yet. Maybe it's I don't know. Our guy Wrighton is 18-1 or so to top debutant.
What's he to win?
Oh, yeah, he's gonna be a big number.
400.
Yeah.
If he's 400, I'll bet that just
me
for
too. I'm going to put $10 on it. I have to now that we've talked about metrosexual Viking. Like he has to. He has to get there.
If you want 8 places, he's 300 to 1.
300 to 1, 8 places. Could we get a 16? Could we do? What's the other one? Because it goes exponentially though, so we'll only get like 200, right?
Yeah, if you want top 3, it's 500 to 1. You want top 5, it's 350 to 1. If you want top 10, it's 200 to 1.
We're there.
Mm-hmm.
Sold, Patrick. Sold.
Golfer by category, top Dane, close to your heart. Both the Højgaards. Nikolai is actually the favorite in this market now. But you still have like Thorbjorn Olesen at over 3 to 1. Nicholas Norgard, your guy, is there. Then there's 2 random other dudes. Someone named John Axelson and Jakob Olesen. I'm going to
tell you, he's the other Olesen. There's 2 Olesens and 2 Højgaards and a right guard and a Norgard. Whatever, man. Like
there's a right guard. Is Scotty?
No. Near guard, Peterson, Norgard. Like Højgaard, guard. Yeah, that's what Denmark is. It's a lot of double A's. I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I like Nikolai. I bet the wrong damn Højgaard last time. I like N, not R. Top Dane. He played great last week in Scotland. He's in way better form. His brother, who people give more respect to, is not in great form. It's a good number, Pat. Plus 250. N, Højgaard, top Dane.
Do they give him more respect? I mean, Nikolai was on the Ryder Cup team and Rasmus wasn't.
I don't know, but Rasmus's numbers are better than Nikolai's now. And I'm looking at the terms because I remember I bet a lot of Danes and I look at the numbers. I'm like, Nikolai's, they don't respect him as well as they should. Is it because he has a brother? Like Pat, I'm telling you, the numbers don't align to his success in comparison to the other ones. Like, no offense to Thorbjorn Olesen. I've taken him before, snakes on a plane, whatever, fucking 250. Like the guy never, I needed him in the U. Remember, didn't he miss the cut after like the bad weather or something? I'm done. Højgaard's my guy. N, not R.
And Nikolai Højgaard. I would worry about the accuracy on all of these guys. Would be my one issue with most of the Danes.
That's the beautiful thing. I would say though, would you not say out of all of them, they all smashed it all over the place, but N has results recently, and the other guys can't even make like cuts and leaderboards. Like this guy's there.
I guess I would factor back into Thorbjorn Olesen because he's the one accurate player of that bunch.
Yeah, he's let me down.
He lets me down all the time too. I get it.
Yeah, I guess that's golf. Like Chris Ventura, golf detective, really let me down on Sunday. Nice round. What did you shoot? 9 over? Good work.
Noonan, I had Zach Blair at the IS.
Oh, what a disaster that tournament was. Cam Champ, he gone. I had a golf detective, Chris Ventura. He shot 1 million on Sunday. Who's the other guy? Koiven, like I thought he could get there. He couldn't. Yeah, that tournament sucked.
Yeah, I had Mark Hubbard. I don't even know if he made the cut.
Yeah, Hubbard in the cupboard. Yeah, Zuber.
Hubbard made the cut, but your boy, Saku Koivu, he made a run on Sunday.
Yeah, but he didn't finish like where he needed to be. Pat, he needed to do better. Yeah,
Please do not tell me you bet an amateur to like as a favorite in a golf.
Like 20 to 1.
Guilty as charged.
Cam, what are you doing?
I don't know, Pat. That's the question. I don't know. I don't know. He was almost there. Why couldn't he play good early? I am sick and tired of Sundays, man. Can't golf just be 3 fucking rounds? I'd be amazing. I'd be rich. I'd be like you, Pat.
Sounds like you need to start betting live, that sounds like.
You're damn right I do. And I'm betting it more now because it's 3 rounds of pleasure. All your guys are there. The underdogs still show up. Like, Liv's actually good to bet on. I've been doing pretty good with Liv.
Let's go to the low live market because there's 3 favorites. You have Neiman and Brooks and Reed and Cam Smith in this middle range, then the rest. Noonan, I was looking at it.
Tell me your guy.
I was going to say McKibben or Leishman.
Leishman! That's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't think that he is Jamaican.
No, that's my girlfriend. She's always like Leishman. Because I remember when we first started betting together, Leishman like came through for us before all the crazy shit happened in his life. I like Mark Leishman. I think I'd love to see him get it back. Pat, he actually had a couple weeks ago, I think, on Live. Didn't he do well?
He won Doral.
He won Miami, yeah.
Yeah, like fucking Mark Leishman, like, why not? I think the live market's good to attack because DeChambeau, I don't think is going to make the cut.
Florida
but
golf.
John Rahm's going to win top live without Rahm.
McKibben was top 5 on live last week. Clearly, this means too much to him to come back to Northern Ireland, but he finally showing signs of life. But yeah. I think Leishman, what is he, 40 to 1 to be low live, something 30 to 1? That's where I'd go.
It's worth a bet.
Yeah, that's a big number. But I always think about him historically as someone who sprays it off the tee. I don't know if it was just that like Farmers year where he just was living from.
He used to be straight though, did he not? Like, remember Mark Leishman back in the day? He was like steady Eddie. He put it out there. He just like put it on the green, hit a couple putts. Like Mark Leishman was he was awesome back in the day.
Well, we're not back in the day. We're in 2025.
We are.
It sounds like you're looking for Henrik Stenson.
I like Henrik Stenson a lot, actually. He's very funny. If you've watched the Faraday show, I think Henrik Stenson's favorite movie, Pat's Dumb and Dumber. Like, I love that guy.
Were you sad your main man, Ernie Els, WD'd from the field?
It's funny. Like, are all those stories about Ernie Els true where he's beating up Steve Marino on his plane and
I don't
stuff
know.
like
You talk about it on every show.
Well, that's what they say. Steve Marino said it. I don't think he would lie about it, but everyone's like, oh, Ernesto, he's the nicest guy and whatever. But maybe just when he gets drunk, he turns the switch on because he seems like a very friendly, nice guy. Actually, I'm sad that Ernie did withdraw because I like the senior market. And I have one for you guys at the end of the show, Pat, that's going to make you go, this guy's stupider than I thought.
Is it Phil?
No, it's not Phil.
Is it Tom Watson? Is he playing?
You're damn right it ain't Tom. No, not Tom Watson. Think. Correlations. Success.
Patty?
Bingo. Harrington. Top 20, top 10. He's 22 to 1, top 10. I bet it.
Listen, if there's a spot for an old guy to actually make a run, this is the spot.
Thank you.
Yeah. He played well in Scotland last week.
You're damn right. And he's playing well on the senior tour. Him and Roger Mulpey almost threw down, but who cares? Patrick Harrington won. I don't think that was fair what he did to Mulpey. Mulpey, he doesn't have to look for your ball, dude. That's what you got you and a caddy for. Lay off Roger. Eh? He's trying to do his fucking job. He's an old man walking a course with heavy equipment. Leave him alone.
Just don't get on the wrong side of Patty. He'll get fired up.
I know. I got enough problems, but I'm just saying, leave Maltby alone because he was just doing his damn job. He doesn't have to look for your ball. That's all.
Well, there's the low amateur market. I don't have any real opinions on any of these guys. I played the low French market last time. You know who number one Noonan is in the low French market right now? Former Baltimore Orioles utility player Marty Cordova.
Isn't there another guy that just won recently? Frenchman DP World Tour, like
That's Sadier. That's Sadier.
Sadier, yeah, Sadier, yeah.
We did a show where those guys like Victor Perez, first round leader, like 120-1. The guy always shows up early.
Hey, listen, Sia had it last week. Gave it out on the show. He had a 4-way chop. Maybe it was Julien Guerrier.
Guerrier, yeah.
These fucking.
Who do you like in the French market? Pavon?
When was the last time Pavon played well?
I don't know. It's tough.
Probably
This
major. Feel like the
feels-
major, right? Like
Guerrier might be the play.
What do you please tell? Let me ask you this one simple question. What color is his hair?
It's dark, Patrick.
Is he a fat or a skinny?
He's skinny.
Of course, he's French.
I don't know. He might eat a lot of baguettes, fromage,
Listen,
and jambon.
Listen, you can eat and drink everything you want because of olive oil. You'll be fine.
It's funny you mentioned that. I got an olive oil, sunflower oil mix that's great in the air fryer. Fucking perfect. Perfect
good.
fries every time. Fucking right it is. And it's half the price. It's beautiful. It's a hybrid oil. Don't you know?
Hybrid oil.
I have olive oil and hybrid oils for regular frying.
Let's see. Where's Ros? Now Rosner can't drive it straight.
The rosin bag? You got to love the French, the top French. We got to make a play. We got to make a bet. It's so fun. The French market's awesome.
I'm going to stay away from that one for the moment. I'm trying to find what's low debutant. Goddard's the favorite.
Oh, here we go.
Harry Hall is favored. This should have been the market Cuss went to. Cam, if you had to guess, who do you think Cuss picked to win the Open Championship?
Well, you kind of gave it away. Harry Hall, double H.
No. It's not Harry Hall. This guy is above Harry. Like Harry Hall is above.
He
Cuss
picked
pick
Goddard up to win again?
He picked Spawn to win.
JJ Spawn to win the Open Championship after winning the U.S. Open? That's insanity. That's crazier than my bets. Right?
Of note, to look at this, though, your main man, the friendly Viking, Christopher Wrighton, 18-1, low debutant.
I like it.
We're all in with Soft Viking.
Soft gentle Viking 18. It's a great number.
Yep, the gentle Viking.
Call me crazy on this. I know the guy has only 2 finishes better than I think T32 so far this season. However, if there was ever a tournament where his skill set would play Noonan, shouldn't the Open be really good for Brian Campbell?
1000%. Yeah, I hate that. That's the point, because that son of a bitch still owes me money from Mexico.
He owes me money from 2 weeks ago.
Holy shit. Yeah, right? Like he hits it probably like we do. We're talking like 160 ball speed off the tee, which, I can hang out in that area. The rest of my game, he probably is able to separate. He's a 2-time winner on the tour this year, but like he's going to play from the fairway and keep himself in the mix. So yeah, I'm not interested in it because it's just it's like, I don't know, is it 3 condoms betting Brian Campbell? Like, what is it? Like it feels
three condoms.
So wrong.
I see. So he's used prostitute in your opinion.
Well, yes. Yeah. And it's super safe, Cam, right? Like you can never be too safe. In case the first 2 break, you still got the third one on. Like, you're not feeling super good about like hitting submit on that ticket. But again, look, he's not going to he doesn't need Roger Maltby helping him find his ball in the rough. He's in the fairway. Unfortunately, he's just way back of everyone else in his group.
Or hits a tree, gets in play and beats Poltergeist in playoff holes. Yeah.
Insane. Yeah.
Let's go to the low. If I had to before you bring it up, Cam, who do you think the favorite in the low South African market is?
I'm going to have to say Bezoutenhout.
It is. That sort of stunned me.
Well, you thought it was going to be the Dean?
I thought it might Thirsty Lawrence, Burmeister,
Lawrence is playing.
Potgieter just won.
Yeah.
Sean Norris has been fire on the Euro Tour this year.
Dude, I will always love Sean. Don't call me Chuck Norris for his win on the tour. It was like one of my biggest wins when he won. Came from 6 shots back. Party time. I love that guy. Thank you. He's a friend.
Didn't Dylon pop at one of the Open Championships a couple years ago?
Fratelli?
It was actually, get this, at Royal Portrush in 2019.
He's got, so basically you guys are taking the Mike Weirs of the world, Just hit it nowhere. Who cares? Straight, and guys who can get it around and get hot with the flat stick. Just guys who can get the ball straight. That's it.
That's what I'm looking for here. The problem is the Mike Weirs of the world only get to play the Masters. That's not real good there.
It's true though.
Yeah.
Hit it 240 straight. It's not going to cut it.
No, it's not, especially if the winds come up and they're going a certain way. See, that's the thing, Pat. We talk about this stuff like bombers, but you need to get it out there. But the thing is, I think accuracy you guys have basically said this to show. Accuracy is way more important this week because we have real rough. If you hit it in the heather and fescue on this course in comparison to the Renaissance Club, you're in jail. You're fucking done. It's over, right?
Well, let me just try to parse this out, see if I can find this. I'll build a very quick model here.
Okay.
And see what comes out. Just distance and accuracy.
How do you build a model?
You can use Fantasy National, or you can go to Noonan's site, betspurtsgolf.com. It makes it very easy out there to do it.
Maybe one day you'll teach me. I just don't have time this week. But in the future, I'd like to learn.
Yeah, I can show you.
I do it with pen and paper. I have notes, and then I look back, and I'm just a caveman. I'm a caveman, not a Viking.
Let's see, there, I put them in.
What kind of Viking would you be, Cam?
Somebody in the middle. Like, I'd still be friendly to people, not metrosexual Viking because I don't take care of my teeth like Pat, but some guy who drunk Viking.
Okay. You'd
without raiding your village and taking your women, just give me alcohol and fun. I'm fun Viking. Right, Pat? Like, yeah, kind of like a bear Viking. Like, just goes in there and, hey, how you doing? And then I walk away drunk and you can keep all your stuff, but I want alcohol.
Listen, that's fair. And listen, I'm not going to shy away from the metrosexual label, although I think that term's from like 25 years
You're
ago.
right. It's horrible.
I just don't think that the prime thing for being a metrosexual is brushing your teeth.
No, I brush my teeth. I'm just saying you have great oral health. And if I listened to you fucking 10 years ago, I wouldn't have to go to the dentist and get them whitened. And they wouldn't be so soft and I'd be able to eat harder candy. I should have listened to you because you're right. All the things you did were right. And all I had to do is take an extra fucking 20 minutes in the day to do them.
I don't even think it takes 20 minutes, man.
Oh, it takes longer?
No.
Oh, less.
5 minutes?
5 minutes. I don't know, Pat. We worked together. You worked on those chiclets pretty fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, but I was also like doing my work while I was
You were. Yeah,
grossing everyone else out. But hey, people on the other side of the camera can't see that.
That's a good point. And there was a lot of guys with bad oral care at that facility. So who probably resent you.
See, driving. Let's call it this. So I just cooked one up. I do think that driving does mean more than distance will end up inevitably meaning more than accuracy, because some of the bigger hitters can simply just club down off the tee if they really want to and prove their accuracy that way. So I just put it in 66% distance, 34% accuracy, and just trying to find guys that factor out into sort of the top 40 or top 30 of both. This is what I did at the US Open. Spawn ended up on that list. McKibben is one of those guys. Hatton, Sergio, Julien Guerriere is on that list.
I like Guerriere.
Although I think that's in like 10 rounds ever. Kevin Phil is up there.
No. See now this model has flaws.
Dustin, Scotty.
It's getting better.
Thorbjorn Olesen.
Oh, God, not today.
Nope. And that is it.
Okay.
Those are the only guys that rank top 50 in each.
Olesen.
But that doesn't include the DP World Tour rounds or the Live rounds. That just includes like major championship and PGA Tour.
We got to bet Olesen now. If this guy does something good, I'm just going to be thinking about it all. See,
you've already bet Nikolai.
Yes, I did. I did 2 international. I told you about the parlay with Hoa Tung Lee and Fox. It's almost even money. And then I have Nikolai top Dane plus 250 and Tom Kim top Korean, and I'm adding top Asian 6-1.
I did something similar, maybe a little bit more detailed than what Pat did over at BetSports Golf. Probably a little bit, not necessarily something you can, pen and paper, but kind of just looking at off the tee club selection. So combination of less than driver and mixed, because I think we all agree the majority of the field isn't going to be bombing and gouging. And then looking at places that have a high rough penalty and a high missed fairway penalty, where you kind of get a sense of how they play in tee to green. This is where some of the club down guys come into play. This is where you get Hideki is 6th in that model. Scotty's at the top. It's Scotty, Colin, Rory, Connors, Henley, Hideki, Rahm, Rai, and Straka are your top 10. But Tom Kim, 14th Justin Thomas 15th. Lowry's in there. Spawn's in there. So, you're kind of getting a sense 21st, Lucas Glover. Getting a sense of like who can still kind of gain when they're clubbing down and when they really have to be cognizant of, I can't put the ball anywhere out there and just far. I have to be really mindful of where I put it. So I think that's probably a similar leading indicator, and swimming around some of the names that we've already kind of talked about today.
And you can find that at betsportsgolf.com.
betsportsgolf.com. The rabbit hole.
Yeah. The rabbit hole. There you go. You can build that out. I feel like Brooks used to be the king of this. That just get him with anything. I mean, he was so good at hitting his driver accurately in major championships and apparently nowhere else for God knows what reason. But if you got him to club down, you just crush it. Rory is the opposite. You get Rory to club down, he's out of bounds.
Yep, you're right. Hey, the rabbit hole sounds awesome because the foxhole's been pretty good with Ryan. Foxhole, maybe the rabbit hole is where we need to be.
The rabbit hole, the foxhole in Canada. So that works.
Dude, Ryan Fox is a friend. I remember I texted my buddy in church when we went with Fox. He was like, yes, collection plate. Like, yeah, he didn't care. Just throw it in. Pat, I got to tell you, sorry, one quick question. Rory or Scheffler? Who's going to do better this week?
Scheffler. I
agree.
I bet Rory head-to-head over Scotty last week at plus 195 because I thought that was ridiculous. I think Scotty dummies. It's the one thing that we haven't talked about. I've done like 3 shows already. There's a chance Scotty beats the ever-living crap out of everyone here. This seems like a perfect Open Championship Scotty course.
Pat, I'm going to tell you something, and this is nuts, and I'm got to make sure I don't even want to say it because I want to go to the bank and put more money on it because I would never say anything is the L word. They had on Bet365 Scotty Scheffler, top 10 no ties was minus 130. I bet it at one I think it was 137. It's up to 150. Hell, anything under 2. Scotty Scheffler top 10. The guy didn't even play well last week and finished 8th. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this like he will be there. Like, he probably might win. That's the whole thing, right? You're getting like a top 10 and only laying that juice. People do it in a baseball game all the time. It is I'm sorry. That bet, like, to me, if I had more money, that's like the one I'd go, bam, all day.
He doesn't go to PGA National, Pat, right? So real quick, he doesn't go to PGA National. No. He goes to Sawgrass, which again, like,
and Bay Hill.
And Bay Hill, right? So you can't put the ball, you got to put the ball in play.
He's won those what, combined 4 or 5 times.
Exactly. Yeah, so like it is nerve wracking, and we're getting him at 5, which isn't, I think, a way that any of us really approach.
There's 6 now out there. That I would consider that value. Sorry, like I know we always wanted, like, that's the problem. We're greedy golf gamblers. We want more. We're pigs, especially me. But I'm going to tell you, at 6 to 1, Scheffler's a great price. I'm just
weirdly enough. Let's see, is it up to 6? Yeah, it's up to 550 right now.
Yeah, I found there is 1 6 out there because we did a show just earlier and the guy had 6.
Is it at some book that like?
I don't know, Pat. It might be.
It might be your buddy Jerry's book.
Well, yeah, it could be Johnny Knuckles' garage where there's hanging sausage, wine, and a case of sauce. But I don't know. But I'm seeing the guy said, and it's offshore maybe, but he says there's going to be 6 spots. He had a 6. Just saying.
Okay, let's do the best bets. You guys give me your gold, silver, bronze.
Is that your kid screaming?
I think it was mine.
Oh, nice. You got a child? Fantastic. See, all you successful gamblers have kids. Not me.
No one would ever describe me as a successful gambler.
I am sometimes, Pat, but I'm very bad with money management because I just love it too much. That's my problem.
I'm the other way around. I'm bad, but I don't lose as much as I probably should.
Come on.
So your gold, your silver, bronze. Noonan, we'll start with you.
Well, I gave you one. I don't know if that counts. I gave you my Rayton at T40. Let me see. We'll keep moving. What else do I have? So we've been swimming around Justin Thomas. I'm going to take Justin Thomas top 20 with ties. This is FanDuel and DraftKings, like plus 160. Again, similar to what we talked about even with the Decky piece earlier, kind of flies in the face of how we're handicapping this event in terms of his normal profile because he's spraying it off the tee. But again, he was really high in that earlier model that I referenced in terms of, high missed fairway penalty, when you have to kind of club down. We, again, know what he can do in the weather. And again, look, Harbor Town, he won there this year. It's not a place that we would typically profile Justin Thomas winning at. T9 at TBC River Highlands, similar, right? A lot of water. Can control the ball, shorter golf course, T5 there in 2024. So he's played well there historically. Zozo is another, I think, random comp. Like Arcadia, it's shorter, smaller greens. It's narrow. You got to keep the ball in play. And we know that, he's not been a great Open Championship guy, but T11 here was his best finish, I think, in a Open Championship. Again, I think he was second in tee to green on Sunday. So we're just looking at like real short-term form. Kind of carried in a nice little 5 under on the weekend there in Scotland. So Justin Thomas probably makes the outright card, and I like just top 20 with ties plus 160.
Those are 2. We need one more.
Last one, Coco. We touched on it a little bit. I'm going to take Connor's T20 as well with ties plus 195. Again, grading out exceptionally well. Took a little bit of time off. Obviously, I think the Oakmont rough kind of damaged that wrist a little bit. Didn't like to see him, lose strokes on approach like he did last week. You have to go back to like 2022 to find him losing strokes on approach in 2 consecutive weeks. But what does Connors do really well? Finds the fairway off the tee, an elite iron player. And he's been way better on and around the greens. Like he marginally loses strokes around the greens, but he's actually better. I looked at like around the greens, around the green proximity when it's been difficult to gain around the green. He's actually like top 30. So maybe he likes the tougher test and maybe the thicker stuff. And the putter's been kind of decent, right? Better on slower greens too, which we have this week. So yeah, I mean, T20, I don't know if he's going to find the outright card at like 90 or whatever he's at, but you still have a nice finish at almost 2-1. I like Coco.
All right. Cam, you're 3.
Okay. Ty Hatton top 20 plus 115. I like him to win the tournament. Can I get a Hatton top 20 parlay with Xander Schauffele too, plus 115 and 115? Is that possible?
Sure. Throw that in there.
That's my gold pick split in half. Next, I got to give you something. Oh yeah. Tom Kim, top Korean. Sorry, I have this all written down here. Tom Kim, top Korean, plus 270. Spieth over Goddard 72-hole matchup, minus 120. My stupidest bet, I don't want in the minerals. This will be the crazy mineral. Pat, what's a crazy mineral? Tungsten?
Sure.
Padraig Harrington. I probably top 20 is better, but top 10, 22-1.
Okay, let's do it. And I am going to go over to Underdog right now and make the cut parlay or miss. Are there guys that we don't like this week? Chris
How about
Goddard.
DeChambeau to miss?
DeChambeau to miss is tough. Like Bryson's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see how frustrated he gets when he
That's the last
hits it all
year.
over the lot. And like he'll keep it together for a while, and then he'll snap. And if he snaps early, then he won't make the cut.
Here's what you can do. You can go to Code Mayo. Not only will you get that deposit bonus of up to $1,000 in Underdog, you'll get a free pick in the Pick'em game as well that you can throw onto this to basically double the odds. I want to build out 4 or 5 here. I put Wrighton on. He is plus money to make the cut. We need to find some guys to make the cut from way back. I already used some of the guys I liked at the beginning. Who are some long shot? How about Harrington?
Sure, you like Berger. Wasn't he one of your picks?
No. I talked about how Harrington can't chip or putt anymore.
No, Berger. I said
that's what I described.
Okay.
You just heard me say Berger. Didn't hear anything else I said.
I heard Berger. Can I get a bratwurst?
So get this. This is interesting, and maybe this is a spot to exploit. Noonan, I'll get your take on this. Wrighton is plus 101 to make the cut. Harrington minus 102. He has a better chance to make the cut than Wrighton does. I feel like that's off.
I feel like that's off too. That's just familiar name that we know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Westwood make the cut?
Yeah, I mean, why not, right?
I watched him on Golf Channel. He kind of had a glimmer in his eye, like I'm going to show up this weekend, shock
plus
people.
plus 1.25 or so for Westwood to make the cut.
Oh, you guys like the old guys got old guy strength this week. Knowledge is key. And the thing is, these guys have been around it before. Like some of these young guys are going to fuck up major. You make one bad decision on the wrong hole. All they have to do is minimize damage.
One thing I may be wary of this, Cam, because I know that you bet into that top senior market, right? With the Harrington plus 250.
Who's it?
Westwood isn't listed in that market, but he is a senior.
Why
they might try to screw you.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's not right. Why is he not listed?
I think
he's a senior.
I think because he was a late
on
qualifier. I think they just kind of forgot he was there.
Then I'm not. You're right. You have to be very, very careful. If not listed, you kind of want to avoid bet, right?
Yeah. How about a quick take on some of these guys? Matt Wallace.
Scrambler. You look at the profile. It's like, how is he doing it? But it's all that, but that matters here this week. So I don't hate it. I did look into him and considered him as like a finishing position bet. But yeah, to make the cut. Yeah, what's the number?
It's 0.87 on Underdog.
Yeah,
should we throw Brian? Should we throw Brian Campbell in to make the cut? I get a feeling that he might not even be long enough for this course.
I know.
Yes, I kind of agree. I think his length is a real problem with this guy. It's nowhere.
I'm gonna wait for them to offer the to miss the cut market because I'm gonna play Goddard in the miss the cut market.
Pat, what do you think of this matchup bet? Hatton over McIntyre. Is that a lock?
No, it's not a lock.
No.
Why? What do you got against Bobby Mack?
I love Bobby Mack. He's Scottish. He won the fucking, like, he's been great to us. I just like Hatton a lot. Like, he didn't play well in Scotland, but maybe he's going to play well this week. You're right.
What do you think McIntyre came last time they played the Open at Portrush 6 years ago when he was like 19
I
years old?
think he did quite well. Like, didn't he finish like 6th or something like that?
Yeah, I believe he was T6.
Oh my God, that was right off the top of my head. Crazy.
Big old brain.
Yeah, sometimes it's
it's
got
like
a
you're-
lot of gaps in it too. It could be good and it could fire, and then Pat knows a lot of outages too.
Here's where we can throw Olsen onto this one. So this one's not so bad.
Here
Let's
we
see.
go. This guy, what, to whip it out on a plane?
Yeah, listen.
Minus
if
the
it-
1,000?
If it gets him through to the weekend, just
Sorry,
do what you want.
I saw this guy ever see. I'm dead. Like all the nicknames and shit I give, it's all in fun. But if I ever run into one of these guys, I might get hit over the head with a club.
So two lefties actually we didn't even talk about, and one of them really good in the win. Finau's another really good win player who showed out here in 2019. And listen, everyone was playing jockeying for position. No one was really playing to win outside of Shane Lowry. But Akshay is a really good win player.
Yeah.
What happened? Where's he been?
I don't know.
Why is he not in Scotland?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's
Really
going
weird.
on? And where's Finau? He's another guy missing in action. He's got a lot of kids though.
It's true. He does have a lot of
He's
kids.
got a lot of obligations and responsibilities, but he's got to get out, and if the kids want to have good quality, like scallops instead of whatever, he's got to keep on making paychecks, right?
Especially if there's has to pay back the money that he apparently owes a bunch of people. It's gonna have to get out there and
TF owes money, not to me. That sucks.
Funny. I went to my swing coach on the weekend, Noonan, and he just kept mentioning Echeverria to me. He's
You
like,
have a
no,
swing coach?
yeah.
What?
that's why he's shooting in the low mid 70s now, right?
No, no.
What the hell is going on?
I went 75, 80, 78,
What?
and then 94, 91. And like, I can't hit the ball anymore. So I had to go see a swing coach.
Let's golf. I 81 yesterday. I felt pretty good about it.
You shot at 81? What? I can't do a show with you guys. I used to be good, but I
Pat
suck
still beat
now.
me by 6 shots. I gotta get 3 shots aside against Pat all of a
Oh,
sudden.
Cam, when was the last time you golfed?
Yeah, it's twice in the last 10 years. You're right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're
And not even a
scoring
real
aren't going to
course
be-
either. I played like a muni and fucking took like a 9 on the first. I got it together afterwards. So I remember I missed the ball. I think I hit it sideways and then took a divot, fucking killed some worms. And then I went par. It's really weird. And then I got my head out of my ass and I played okay. I can't hit a driver straight, Pat, but my short game's good because of hockey. Like my hands, I can still get it around, but I can't hit. I don't know where the ball's going off the tee. No clue.
He had made mention to me that Nico Echeverria just pops up doing something every single week. I think he had a hole in one on Sunday.
Yes, he
Yeah.
did. That's
Like
fact.
the guy just gets locked in for 5 whole stretches. And it's funny because when you had mentioned Arcadia and the Zozo, he was like the name that like sprung to mind immediately. I was like, oh yeah, he won there.
Yeah, good fields too. And the putters lights out pretty consistently. He can massively spike putting wise. So yeah, I mean, most of it he made his cut on weaker fields, but even like Valspar, wasn't he Valspar was top 5 or top 10? Like he was in the mix of one again, another Florida golf course where you're gonna keep the ball and play off the tee. He's tricky.
Good accuracy too.
Yep. Yeah, I thought you said lefty. I thought you were gonna go Matt McCarty.
I got sidetracked because I saw Nico's name pop up, but Matt McCarty was the other one that I was going to mention.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, I get it.
He is
McCarty's
good.
Yeah, he is good. I agree. Like he's solid. He's almost a top lefty guy would be probably pay a lot.
I think he pays 6 to 1, 5 to 1 to be top lefty. He was top lefty at the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just every other week. It's funny because I've bet him a few times. Although this is going to be a bad performance from him. He was 4th in Canada, cut at the U.S. Open, T19 in Detroit, missed the cut at the John Deere, T22 last week. So we're probably on like a miscut streak right now. Is he accurate? Like yeah, he is. He's super accurate. Let's throw him on to make the cut parlay too. So here's what we're looking at with McCarty. See, obviously I'm going to end up playing a bunch of these guys in DFS, but this is probably where I think that I want to be. Let's get rid of Fox on that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you email me this when we're done, Pat? Because I can't.
No.
Don't have.
You
time.
got to write it down as we go.
Okay, just give me a sec here. Just write it down. Okay, keep on going. To make cut. Yep.
All right. So the official to make the cut underdog parlay, and I'll probably end up making like 10 of these when it all comes out. But Code Mayo will get you that extra pick to throw onto this. This one pays 15 to 1. We have Matt McCarty to make the cut.
McCarty, yep.
Nicholas Echeverria to make the cut. Your
Yep.
boy, Snakes on a Plane, Thorbjorn Olesen to
Olesen.
make the cut.
Okay.
Matt Wallace to make the cut.
Oh God, we're digging deep. Yeah.
Christopher Wrighton to make the cut.
Right. And soft Viking. Gotcha.
15 to 1.
Oh, that's only 5 guys? Okay, I like
Yeah.
that. I like
I
that.
like that. That's nice. 15 is a nice price.
I like that. And do we have any more, or is that the end of that?
We can just keep it at 5. You don't have
Okay.
to add the maximum amount of guys to a parlay, Cam.
If you were to gas one guy, who would it be?
Probably Wallace.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's funny because Wallace has the worst odds of any of these guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, Wrighton and McCarty and Echeverria are right around either plus money or even money. Which I thought was surprising.
If you had one bet to win this tournament, who would it be? Scheffler?
Yeah.
I kind of agree. If 6 to 1's out there, Pat, I think I'm sorry. It's actually, we're just different gamblers, golf guys. We're always looking for a big score, especially I am too. We're greedy, but that number for Scheffler, and he brought his D game in Scotland and still finished like 8th. He played like shit and he was still fine. That's the thing.
I would get, when you guys run the simulations, Noonan, I would wager that he probably rates out in this field once you introduce Bryson and Neiman and Rahm and more of the live guys and all of the best PGA guys back in, that he's probably like 12%, 13% in simulations to win, which is not that far off from 6 to 1, honestly.
Yeah, they're not done yet, but yeah, I don't think I think a great point. And it's so funny too, because I think we talk about this when you guys swim in the football pool, like I do as well. Like if you were to win 6 to 1 Scotty outright, like you can't even share it on social because everyone would be like, oh yeah, great. Like, congratulations, Scotty Scheffler. If you had like a 6 to 1 first touchdown bet or 6 to 1 parlay in the NFL, like, oh man, do you have a Discord? Can I sub and buy your picks? Like people would be like tripping over themselves. It's just so
Great
funny. Like
point.
the discourse of like probabilities and what the expectation is. Like, no, you can't even celebrate that. You got to sit here quietly with your 6 to
There's
1.
a million guys in a golf tournament too. It's not easy to win a golf tournament. It's
No,
hard.
it's not. The problem becomes though, like I can't bet Scotty this week because I've already bet on 3 other guys. Like, if you're
Yeah.
gonna bet Scotty, you bet Scotty. That's it. Like
Yes,
that's what that price does to you. Maybe you can take, you could probably take Glover and Kirk and Wrighton along with him because they're all 300 to 1 or beyond.
Yeah,
but
true.
once you bet a guy at 6 to 1, I mean, you can bet as many guys as you can bet 10 other guys. That means if Scotty wins, you might not even win money.
That's true. It's like that kid that I taught about the pick 3. He goes in, he buys a $200 pick 3 horse ticket with all favorites. He's like, yeah, I won the pick 3. I go, dude, you just lost $129. You won $79 because all the chalk came in. It's a life lesson. You're right, Pat. When you do the math, it has to work. But 6 to 1, I'm just saying, if you're going to bet one guy, Scheffler at 6 to 1, if you can get, is pretty damn good.
Okay, let me ask you this before we go then. And like odds aside, just don't even think about it. If I took Scheffler and Rory off the board, who would be your 2 picks? Any price.
Hatton and Schauffele.
Noonan?
Man,
Great question.
yeah, it's a good question. It's a good exercise. I mean, Rahm. I understand the Rahm chalk. Maybe Rahm and Hatton. I'm with Cam. I haven't bet Hatton. It's drifted a little bit, and I want to see if it continues to drift because there's like a 33 out there. Because I'm with you. Like we kind of touch base on Ludwig. We touch base on. I'm just not a Tom. I'm not going to Tommy. I'm not going back to the well on Lowry. So all the guys are kind of shorter than him. Xander, I think, is probably in the mix. So maybe Rahm Xander or Rahm Hatton.
Which I think is a good exercise only because and I said the same thing at the Masters, obviously Rory won, so it didn't make a difference. But if you take those 2 off the table, yeah, you can say Rahm, and he is the 3rd favorite. He's 11 to 1, but you feel substantially worse about Rahm than you do those 2, don't you?
Correct.
Yes.
So that's why I feel like I'm just going to end up peppering this like 60 to 100 range and not even bother with Matt Fitzpatrick at 45 to 1 or Hatton at 30. Just say, fuck it. I don't want these guys. I think that they're closer to those 80 to 1s than they are to Scotty and Rory right now.
I got Matt Fitzpatrick. He's 55. That's a hell of a lot better than 40.
I'd rather have him at there's guys at 100 who I think are better than him.
Yeah, that's fair. That's why we bet different guys. Yeah, for sure.
There's one guy we didn't talk about that I want to get your guys' thoughts on. Plays pretty good at tough golf courses. Pretty good keeping the ball in play off the tee. insane around the green. Chops kind of getting it together a little bit. I believe he top 10'd at his events last week. Potential backdoor Ryder Cup discussion for a Patty Reed, like around 81.
My buddy likes Reed this week. He thinks due to that, you'll show up at a tough tournament, basically almost has to win or top 3 or 4 for Ryder Cup stuff. He probably still won't get there.
I agree.
Being on live, but people I respect, a guy I respect is very good, he likes Reed this week.
Best Open Championship performance for Patrick Reed over a 10-year period was T10 at this course in 2019. So maybe you're not completely off base.
Remember him historically, just because we got less of him now, but he was kind of just a form rider, almost like a Billy Horschel's like that to me. When I think about like when this guy's on it, he's just going to stack together really strong finishes.
And Billy Horschel, other than
he's hurt.
commercials, yeah, he's hurt. He's very hurt because I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah,
bet him here to win last year. Came in second. What a loser.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. Wow.
I think there's just certain guys like that, right? Some guys are just course fit. Some guys, stylistically they fit. And then there's some guys it doesn't matter what the track is and what the demand is when they're just kind of feeling it. We're hoping like our guy Wrighton's that guy this week. They just kind of continue to pile on strong finishes. We don't know when that form is going to end, but for them, ride it until it doesn't. Seems like Patrick Reed is kind of in the middle of that. Seems motivated for the external reasons that I think we all agree on. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it becomes interesting if he wins. Otherwise, I don't think he shot to make that team. But
play well last week at Live too. Like, did he finish? What?
He did not play well.
Oh, he didn't. I thought he finished
like top 10.
I thought he had a top 10 too.
Yeah, that's so great. He finished top 10 with like 10 other guys. So great. He finished in the upper 80th percent.
Yeah. You're right. It's not a full field event with these guys. You got to do better. Yeah.
I mean, if he can't beat Sebastian Munoz and Brennan Grace and Cameron Tringali, how's he going to win the Open?
Cameron Tringali. Wow, I haven't heard of the triangle in a while, Pat. Ding, ding, ding. Wow. Still going.
Listen, he played slightly better than Richard Bland, who's 94 years old.
I love Dick Bland. Ever since he beat Phil by 12 in that matchup bet, that's Richard Bland is a friend of mine. Mr. Bland.
All right, that will do it on the Pat Mayo Experience. Cam, where can people catch you all week?
I'm on Sports Grid. We're doing a lot of golf shows this week. I don't have a model, but I have bad jokes and picks. So catch that. And right now our forte has been the Canadian Football League. If you like Canadian Football League picks, tune in because, man, that league is keeping me afloat.
You need to have my main man, Andrew McGinnis, on. That guy's got CFL.
McGinnis he's actually our Tuesday guest. Andrew McGinnis will be joining. Yeah, when Gabe comes back from the wedding, he joins us tomorrow. And then, and then we'll talk about McGinnis. I couldn't go to the wedding because I screwed up, but that's my problem. I don't have the money.
I could not believe I didn't realize that Gabe was getting married.
No, it happened quick.
Like, what is happening?
It happened very quickly. It was in Kelowna. The pictures look great. I feel really bad that I couldn't, I honestly, I feel like shit that I couldn't be there, but unfortunately I just didn't have the dough after I made some bad investments. It's my fault. And apparently I looked at the pictures. It looked fantastic, Pat. I really wish I was there. And hopefully when he gets back to Toronto, we can have like a reunion. I know he's going to Montreal for some stuff, but if ever in Toronto, we should all get together and rip it up.
Yeah, shout out to Morency. Congratulations on getting the nuptials, getting them tied. Noonan,
yep.
What do you got going on this week?
At BetSports Golf, I actually try to do a lot of content that's quick little hitters for folks that they're not familiar with modeling or kind of looking at data and trying to pull anything out of that can be actionable to translate into bets. So at BetSports Golf on Twitter, BetSports Golf on YouTube's, at Ryan Noonan on Twitter. Just going to be here. We're covering football and we're covering golf, Pat. It's that time of year. Right, crossover is coming. Divisional previews on the football side and major championships on the golf side. Could not have it any other way.
Cam, if you're ever looking for prop bets, Noonan is the king of defensive tackle props in the NFL.
I love it. I wasn't going to steal but we're maybe a college football guy. Noonan, if you've already broke down some college wins totals and stuff, I'd love you to come on the show. Like, we're going to be baseball heavy, but Pat, I don't want to steal your guest, but I kind of
I'm not used to you. I'm not used to you for college stuff. Yeah, but if you want to talk about
NFL win totals, we're all
we can do that all day.
Looking at everything. Yes,
we can do that all day, Cam. Yeah, if you want to talk about Roquan Smith over under 8.5 tackles in a game, I can do that for you all day.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. The tackles. Yeah, yes. Sacks, assists, tackles.
Oh, I love sacks. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sacks are fun.
Yeah.
That will do it for me. You can sub to the channel, turn on those notifications, smash like, and give me your best bet in the comment section to get into a draw for that free PXG driver. You can do the same thing on Apple and Spotify. Subscribe, rate and review 5 stars, and make the rating and the review your winner down there. That gets you more balance into that draw for the driver. I got one. I love it. You're gonna love it too. Whoever it is of you who ends up winning. I'm Pat Mayo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
That Mayo experience! Experience!